We're living through economic chaos, and AI is automating jobs at an insane pace. It's a double threat: layoffs from companies cutting costs, and entire roles being replaced by AI. Most people can't survive 3 months without a paycheck. That's the harsh reality. But here's the good news. You can prepare for this. An emergency fund gives you time and options while everyone else panics. Let me show you exactly how to build one. So what exactly is an emergency fund? It's cash sitting in an account, doing absolutely nothing until you need it. Think of it like your car's airbag. You don't use it every day, you always hope you never need it. But if you do crash, it saves your life. An emergency fund is similar. If you hit an emergency, this fund will buy you time to find the next good opportunity. You do not have to take the first desperate offer you get or do odd jobs to pay for your expenses. Rather, you can decide to wait for the best opportunity. Here's the rule. Save 3 to 6 months of essential expenses. Remember your needs from the 50-30-20 rule we spoke about in another video. Rent, groceries, utilities, insurance, transportation are essential expenses. 6 months is ideal, gives you a lot of runway to tide over a crisis. However, for some people, it's hard to get there, so go for 4 months. If you're absolutely confident, you can land another job within a few weeks of losing your current one. And I mean confident, not hopeful. Do recruiters hit you up constantly? Could you get hired tomorrow if you wanted? Then maybe 3 months works. Generally, one should aim for 4 months or more. Don't underestimate how long job searches can take or health emergencies can cost. All right, let's calculate your fund target. Step 1. Pull up your bank statement and list your essential expenses. Rent or mortgage, groceries, utilities, insurance, health, car, home, minimum debt payments, gas or transportation, childcare if you have kids. Add it all up. Let's say you get $3,000. Step 2. Multiply by 4 months. 3,000 times 4 equals 12,000. That's your goal. Now here's the key. This is your survival budget, not your normal lifestyle. No eating out, no Netflix, no discretionary anything. Just bare essentials to keep a roof over your head and food on the table. That 12,000? That's your emergency fund target. Now, where do you park this money? Most people use a high-yield savings account, sometimes yielding up to 3 to 5% interest, depending on your country. Some use term deposits or fixed deposits for slightly higher rates. You can break term deposits early if needed, but be mindful that you'll pay a penalty and may lose accrued interest. Money market accounts might be another option if available in your region. Short-term government bonds or treasury bills are another safe option, though slightly less liquid. Now here's what you should not do. Stocks, crypto, investment funds, or any volatile investment carry much higher risk and tend to drop during economic shocks. And here's the problem. Job losses typically happen during those same economic shocks. So when you need your emergency fund most, those investments could be down significantly. You'd be forced to sell at a loss when you are already struggling to make ends meet. Remember, your emergency fund needs to be stable and liquid. Now, how do you fill up your emergency fund? 4 months of expenses is your target, but here's the truth. You don't need it all tomorrow. Set progressive milestones. 1 week of expenses, then 2 weeks, then 4, then 8, and keep doubling until you hit 4 months. The timeline depends entirely on what percentage of your income you can consistently save. Let's say you earn $4,000 per month after taxes, and your essential expenses run about $3,000, which means you need $12,000 saved total. If you can save 25% of your income, $1,000 per month, you'll hit your goal in just 12 months. Save 10% instead, which is $400 per month, and you're looking at 30 months or about 2.5 years. Can only manage 5% right now. That's $200 per month, and you'll get there in 5 years, but you still get there. Faster is obviously better, but starting is infinitely better than not starting ever. The key is adding to your fund every single time you get paid. Windfalls like tax refunds or work bonuses can go straight into the fund. Pick your percentage based on what's realistic for your situation and start contributing today. Let me summarize the key rules. First, do not store this money in volatile instruments such as stocks or crypto. Second, do not touch this fund unless you're in a real emergency like a job loss or a medical emergency. And when you do use it for a real emergency, replenish it as soon as you can. Start the savings process over again until you're back to 4 months. Treat rebuilding it with the same urgency you had building it the first time. Never starting is the biggest mistake you can make. Start small, but do start today. Here's what to do next. Calculate your 4-month expense target based on your essentials. Decide where you want to keep this money. High-yield savings, money market, whatever works for your situation. Then start moving money there consistently. Track your progress. Check your balance monthly and see how many weeks or months of expenses you've covered so far. The key is to start, not to be perfect. Economic uncertainty isn't going away. Job security isn't improving. The best time to build your safety net is today. Start now. Subscribe for more wealth-building ideas that work.